Hey guys, welcome to Red's Projects. Got a little bit more done yesterday after I turned the camera off. I welded up this guy, put my two little bungs on there for crankcase breather and idle air control. So I got that welded on. I welded a bung on the dump pipe for my O2 sensor. Painted the dump pipe, painted the exhaust. I don't know how I can see it, but it's all painted and fitted. I actually had it running yesterday to make sure that my oil line was working. So I got it run behind the block, behind the heads. Where's the light? Right here. You can see right next oil filter. I got the T there with the oil pressure switch still on it. Teed in, runs around the back of the heads. The line was just long enough, I didn't have to use an extension on it. So I ran it quickly yesterday to make sure that oil was flowing through it and through the turbo. I just put the return line down into a bucket on the ground just to make sure that it was flowing through the turbo. But I just had the airflow meter up here, so hopefully today I got a few more joiners, a few more hose clamps to join it all up. And hopefully today I can run it with everything hooked up and it actually pumping air into the motor. I did get some wastegate springs today. So I got the original guy, which is meant to be a 14-pound spring. And I picked up these two, which are both 7. So you got an inner and an outer. So I'm just gonna run this purple one, 7-pound inner. I'll start on that one, and I can always run both of them, and that should be 14-ish. And then if I'm really game, I can run the 14 inner with the 7 outer, and theoretically should be 21-pound, but I don't think I'll be getting that far that quickly anyway. But I'll start fitting this stuff up, fit the gate up, and hook a few things up, and hopefully have it running for the first time. Alright, I'm back. I've been working away for an hour or so. Got charge pipe done. Bloody, look at all these hose clamps. I wonder which one's going to blow off first. Got my intake pipe, 2 hoses, wastegates on, it's down there. Got my screamer pipe popping out there. Looks like we're pretty much ready to start. I've got everything is hooked up except for the oil return. I've got that going into a bucket here, so it'll just pump out the oil. It'll go through the turbo then onto there. So I've checked the oil in the engine and I've got enough, so I won't run it too long. But this will be the first time starting it up with the turbo on and everything hooked up. I'm interested to see how it sounds, because when I started up yesterday, I had the oil line off and just making sure that it flow and making sure it flowed through the turbo. But I had the airflow meter straight onto the throttle body, so it wasn't through the turbo, and I didn't have a spring in the wastegate, so it was coming straight out the wastegate, so it was loud. So I've got a spring in the wastegate, everything's set up, so it should be interesting to see how it sounds. I'll pop you down. See, can you see there? Whoop. Beautiful. All right, I'll kick it in the guts. That's a good sign. I think it's actually quieter than before. Oh, it's a bit smoky. It's definitely running really rich, so I might plug in my O2 and just see if it's normal cold start rich or it's something wrong rich. But I can see black smoke coming out the exhaust, so I'll have a bit of a fiddle. I've had drummers. I've got that's my airflow meter wire, and this is for my piggyback computer. It taps into that. I've had that come out once before and it just go full rich. It will run at like 8-to-1 fuel. So maybe that wire might have popped out or something, but I'll have a bit of a play and we'll try again. All right, I worked it out. I did put the O2 sensor in, but I thought I'd just check these wires and it came unplugged. So I think it pulls on that one just a little bit. Alright, that's plugged in. Let's give it another try. At least now I can look at the air fuel. Okay, put this. It sounds nicer now, it sounds a bit smoother. What are we at? Come on. Yeah, that's pretty normal for when it's cold. Oh yeah, it definitely sounds smoother. Pop you down a little bit. I made a bit of a mess when the oil container fell over. I haven't showed you this yet. I painted all the exhaust. Look how pretty that looks. So I've still got to do some sort of tip for this. Where's the light? There we go. That's better. Yeah, I'm thinking of just going down this way for now. I don't really want to go over the diff or anything, but just extend it out a little bit, maybe towards the middle. Yeah, I'm not sure. It seemed pretty quiet just then, but yeah, I might have to put another muffler or something in on the road if it's too loud, but so far so good. It sounded pretty good. Now, to get this sump off, it's going to be fun. Luckily, the middle of my cross member comes out, so I'll be able to drop it straight out. This side doesn't look too bad. I've just got this bracket to take off. Maybe some of the steering sway bar might have to come off. This side's a pain because I'm going to have to probably take the starter motor off to get the bracket off to get the sump off. So I've had the starter motor off once before and it was a pain in the ass to do. So I'm not really looking forward to that. But at least I should be able to get it off, drill it, put the return bung, this guy, put that into it, and then I can drive it. And I'm excited to drive it. Everything is basically done. Just the oil return, whatever tip the muffler's going to have, and there was something else. There's one more thing I'm forgetting. Can't remember. I'm sure there's one other thing I've got to do anyway, but that's it. There's me happy little screamer pipe coming from up there. That should make great sounds. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for this episode. This sump's going to take me a decent amount of time, so I'll do that in another video. Hopefully next video, sump will be off, sump will be back on, and I'll be driving it. So I'll bring you along for the first drive and we'll see what it does and see how it sounds and go from there. All right, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Boost gauge, that's the other thing I forgot. So I've got boost gauge, oil return, and the dump for the muffler, and then I can drive it. So that's it. See you later.